Are you tired of getting sick every time you turn around? Do you want a natural way to boost your immune system? Today we're going to make some elderberry syrup. We're going to make 2 batches, one with herbs and spices, and the other one with our essential oils. Just because I can. I actually found recipes for both ways, so I figured I would try it both ways. To start with, we're going to add 3 cups of water to our pan on the stove. Then we're going to need some elderberries, of course. So you can use dried elderberries. So I did dehydrate a lot of elderberries, but I also froze some, and I want to use those because they won't last as long in my freezer, and I wanted some freezer space. So it's a 1-to-4 ratio. So 3 of the dried. So you would use 3/4 of a cup of dried elderberries and 3 cups of water, or 1 cup to 4 cups. And it's a 1-to-2 ratio if you have the fresh or frozen berries. So I've got 1.5 cups approximately of the elderberries, 3 cups of water. To that I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon or 1 stick of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cloves or 4 whole cloves, and then 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger or 1 teaspoon of dry ginger. I had fresh ginger, so I grated it up. We're going to add that all together and cook it on the stove until the volume is reduced by half. So we've got our water. We're going to add our berries and our cinnamon, our nutmeg, and our ginger. You're going to let this cook at least 45 minutes until it is nicely reduced and we can get all the goodness out of those berries. Alright, so you can see we are nicely cooked down. We've started out up here and now we're down here. So we're at least halfway down. Now we're going to strain, turn the heat off, strain it, let it cool a little bit, and then we will add our honey to sweeten it and act as a preservative. Plus honey also has some great health benefits. So I'm using this jelly strainer set. You can just use some cheesecloth or a thin cloth in a strainer to strain out. You want to get the seeds out of the elderberries because they aren't very good. So this has stopped draining. I want to get every little last bit of goodness out. So I'm going to do a little squeeze. Oh, look at all that stuff that's still coming out. And I can detach this. I'm using gloves because elderberry makes a very nice stain. Food grade dye, and I really don't want purple hands for a while. You can put this in a harder strainer and use a spoon too, just to get all that goodness out of there. Hate for it to go to waste. So I poured that into a measuring cup. I've ended up with about 1 cup of the elderberry juice. So I want to add at least half that in honey. So if you've got local honey, that is great. If not, what you use, raw, unfiltered honey is going to be best. Then we're going to stir this and get it mixed well, and we'll put it in a jar and put it in the fridge. And we will take a teaspoon to a tablespoon once a day if everything is healthy, up to 4 times a day if we're facing some challenges. So I'm cooking a second batch of elderberry syrup. This one I just added 1.5 cups of frozen elderberries, 3 cups of water. I'm going to cook it down till it's half the volume of the liquid volume. And then I will add some essential oils and honey and compare it to the flavor of the ones made with the actual dried herbs or the fresh herbs. So I have 1.5 cups of juice out of that. So I need to add half that volume in honey. So I will go get more honey. We will add that, and then we will add our essential oils. So we have our honey mixed in. We're going to add 1 drop of cinnamon bark. And if we get 2, that's okay. 1 drop of clove. These has wonderful properties to help fight different ailments. And 1 drop of ginger. I added 2 of the others. I'm going to add 2 of that too. And then we will mix that up. There we got our elderberry syrup with the benefits of essential oils. You can add the herbs instead, but I like to have the oils in there. You take about do a tablespoon daily just to keep your immune system going when things are running around there. If you're starting to feel crummy, you can do a tablespoon for up to 4 times a day. If you're not seeing improvement, please contact your doctor if you have any questions on this. So when I first was whipping up the batch of elderberry syrup, I had been down for a week and a half battling a virus, and it was pretty miserable and not showing any signs of improvement. I made the elderberry syrup, started taking it 1 tablespoon 4 times a day. This is actually my second jar of syrup. And as soon as I started taking that, I could feel my immune system kicking in and quickly felt better, and within 4 days was able to return to work. I am very grateful to have these resources at my fingertips in my home and not have to run in. I did consult with my doctor and had his blessing to do this and his encouragement to do this too. But make sure you check with your provider as well. A little bit about elderberries. So these are a berry. They grow in big clumps and they grow on bushes. There are 10 different varieties. The most common is the black elderberry. And they have been used for centuries to support immune health. Is it just folk medicine? No. If you go on PubMed, there is a whole list of studies of elderberry to check is it effective. So one of those studies was done in 2021 by L.S. Wieland and said that elderberry may be a safe option for treating viral respiratory illness, and there is no evidence that it can overstimulate the immune system. There was a study by Jay Hawkins in 2019 that showed black elderberry supplementation effectively treats upper respiratory symptoms. And then there was another one in 2004 by Z. Zachary Rones was a randomized study of the efficacy and safety of oral elderberry. It says elderberry extract seems to offer an efficient, safe, cost-effective treatment for influenza. What kind of benefits are there to elderberry? It's been known to help to boost the immune system, to fight and protect against bacterial infections and viral infections, to reduce the symptoms and duration of colds and flus. It helps to support your body during times of sinus issues. It has natural diuretic effects and promotes bowel movements. It has anti-inflammatory properties. That's a huge one. Anti-carcinogenic properties. It eases the symptoms of allergies. It increases antioxidants. It has vitamin A and C to help maintain optimal health and is good for skin health as well. With the anti-inflammatory and it helps to decrease and also helps to decrease stress. Those two things combined help to support your heart health. So lots of benefits from these wonderful berries. So let's talk about the essential oils we're using in here. Cinnamon bark supports healthy metabolic function. It maintains a healthy immune system. It naturally repels insects and has benefit of adding a great flavor too. So that's our cinnamon. Clove oil has powerful antioxidant benefits. It is it's way up there on the ORAC scale for anti-inflammatory levels. It helps support cardiovascular health, and it helps to clean the teeth and gums. So there's some benefits of clove. Ginger support healthy digestion, reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion, and may help reduce occasional nausea. If you found value in this, click like and subscribe. We're making more videos all the time on different ways to use essential oils in your health and wellness journey, because they don't do you any good just sitting on the shelf. Thanks for joining me. So good.